What is good, you guys? Welcome back to another Invincible Guardians of the Globe video. And this video is going to be a tier list guide breakdown. Now, this is my old tier list, and we're going to basically retool it because my old tier list wasn't too long ago. But there has been some simple little changes, and we're going to basically retool it and fix everything up and make it a little more accurate to today's update and make everything a little more up to date and some changes of some things that maybe I did not think about before. So, first things first, let's add this boy into the list. And I think I've already spoke about this plenty of times on where I believe he should be, which is in S tier. Now, I think he is really good, and I'm going to probably put him at the top of S tier. I think he's almost good enough to be in must use, but I'm going to put him only reasoning I'm going to put him under these two. And I'm going to say this now. The only reasoning I am putting him under these two is because of how hard it is to get him. Yes, there are some people that already have my level 1000 or anything, but for the most common and average players, it is hard to get him. It's been very hard to get him. So for that reason and that reason alone, I am putting him below these two. But in reality, if he was a little more easier to obtain, he would be here. Okay? I'm just making that clear. Or, you know what? I'll leave him here for the sense of people not losing their brain. Now, people gave me a lot of flack about Battle Beast being here. But now, after I was going to move him down. But now, after his rework, I think he's staying right where the hell I had him. Because his rework has made him very, very, very good. But someone that is getting quite a big buff after their rework in this recent patch is going to be Mark. Mark is actually going to be taking a huge jump all the way up to here. His damage was increased tremendously in this update. Tremendously. So he is jumping all the way up to the top 3 in great. Some people that are going to get up a little bit more too is a robot. Seance Dog is going to now go above a robot. Because he has become a little bit more available with his case file coming out. And I told you availability is a lot, means a lot to me. So I'm actually going to bump him up beyond Red Rush as well. I'm going to put him above both of them. He is now above them, and the only healers he's behind is going to be these two because he's not that obtainable yet. But yes. Now, the Mauler twins, I'm not going to touch. I think I'm going to leave them where they're at. Powerplex, I have been convinced I am going to move him up to here. I might even put him slightly above Dula, even though I think more people use Viltrumites, which means Dula might be a little more useful. But I am going to put him above. I am going to put him up. Another character that people were trying to convince me to move up, but I wasn't really going for it, was going to be Sinister Mark. I'm not doing it. You know who is going to get a significant jump up, though? I don't know if he's up here yet, but he definitely has jumped up to here. He has become very usable now after the update, and he might be a actual good option. He might actually be a good option. He might have just made himself a top 5 tank in the game, because the tanks I would say right now is number 1 is Conquest, Alan, or Adam Eve. It's definitely between these 3 for. It's definitely this one number 1. Definitely between these 2 for number 1 and 2. I mean 3 and 2, and then you can argue he's also in that conversation between 3 and 2. So it's somewhere between these guys. And then Dinosaurus was kind of just chilling in that 5th spot. He might actually take Dinosaurus' spot as 5th. Now, I have to do more testing with him. I'm going to be totally honest. I haven't done enough testing. But from what I've seen with my own two eyes, Lucan might actually be up here when it's all said and done in skills. If you have a highly built Lucan with his skills boosted up, he might actually be better than Dinosaurus. So I'm not sure if I want to put him up here or down here. But he actually might be pretty good now. Now, you know what? As much as I love my Maulers, I am gonna move them down. I am gonna move my Maulers down to. I can't move the Maulers down though. I can't put the Maulers down because the Maulers are good for GTA ops, and just because you're not good for arena doesn't mean you're not good. But you know what? I'll put them in good. I'll put my beloved Maulers in good, only because they are pretty much only good for GTA ops. You're never really gonna use Mauler team in arena unless you have them like ridiculously built. And then I will once again put Powerplex above Thula. Immortal, I think I'm gonna actually drop Immortal down to good. Shrinking Ray got a slight buff, and so did Angstrom. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Angstrom actually kind of looks tempting to build now. So I think I might buff Angstrom up to good. And I'll probably actually move him to maybe put him maybe above. I'll put him maybe above these people right here. And I'll move. Maybe I'll move Machine Head down a little bit. Drinking Ray did get a little bit of a buff too, but nothing major that's going to make me use her. Rex did get a buff to the point that I think he jumps all of these people, but once again, I don't think anything to get into here. Monster Girl got a buff, but I still don't think she's better than Cecil. I'll say you can put Cecil above Aquarius if you really want to, but Aquarius is pretty good. You probably can move Damien Darkblood down below Angstrom, but I'm gonna keep him there because I think more World Beyond characters are stronger, and he's only gonna really work in that Mauler team that we're talking about here. Now up here, I'm gonna just do this. I wanted to do it the first time, but I was fighting back because she's the best damage dealer, and what do we value more? But Conquest is the strongest character in the game. We can't even argue it. He is. And then another argument was, is Bluesu Mark in the top 3? And in my opinion, no, he's not. Only because I can't put him above these two because both of these two characters kind of do a good job of fighting him. He absolutely kills Shapesmith. He does a lot of damage to Shapesmith, but Shapesmith does a really good job of fighting back against him. But he does beat Shapesmith in a 1v1 situation. And then the same goes for for Anissa. He beats Anissa in a 1v1 situation, but if you're using more than one human, Anissa usually is going to make easy work of this Bluesu Mark. So I'm not sure if I want to put him here. All I will say is, after 1 and 2, any of these 3 you can put in any order you want, and you can make it an arguable justification. So it's like, it doesn't really matter which order you have these 3 in. For me personally, I'm going to have it in this order. For me personally, this is the order I'm going to have it in. If not that order, I'm going to have it in this order. And the only reason why I say I put it this way is because she is just so good against humans that her usage in GTA missions, in story mode, in arena is just so overwhelmingly strong. The same way his importance in arena is so immensely strong because he is the best healer and brick wall for healing. And then same goes for these two. They're just so good. Donald, as good as Donald is, I think Donald is going to be dropping down here. I think Battle Beast is much better than Donald now after his rework. Alan and Doc Seismic and all these guys I think are pretty good. Like I said, Space Racer is good. He could be in must use one of these days, but as of right now, I think he's going to stay in S tier. Who else? Who else are we moving around? Um, there is 2 new characters missing, but they're gonna be down here. It's gonna be the Lizard League Foot Soldiers. They're both gonna be down here. It's nothing. They're nothing crazy. Um, Darkwing 2 actually did get a buff. Nothing crazy, but enough to move him out of useless and finally bring him up to not useless. And I'll even jump him up past these two for not useless. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And after that, is there anybody else I would change? Probably not. I think this is probably a pretty good one now. Pretty good list for me now. Once again, I don't know if Lucan's better than Mark, so maybe I swap him down. I don't think Dinosaurus is this good. I think Dinosaurus is good, but I don't think he's that good. I think I would put him over Red Rush, but I don't think I would put him over Robot. I'm not sure between these two yet. Same with Agent Spider. I don't know if I will keep Agent Spider up here. Part of me wants to move Agent Spider down to good versus instead of great, but he is a hard counter to Anissa and Universa, so it's like, So I'm not sure how I want to do this yet. I just know that I know they're good. I know they're good to great characters. So I'm really not sure how I want to play this. I just know he's not better than Lucan anymore with the current change. But yeah, this is gonna be my list. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace.